Now we will start with lecture number 4. And as you can notice, we are going to focus to concentrate on the grammar, vocabulary, and reading as well. Elements of the lecture will be the following: do and its past form did, and its PP, which is done, prepositions with time, at, on, in, vocabulary previewing, and vocabulary is very much important. As you notice, I give you some words and their meanings. In the exam, I will ask about the meanings of these words. Reading, word and pronoun reference, scanning and skimming. Do, does, did, done, and doing. Of course, all of them are derived from the basic verb, which is do. That becomes does if it is preceded by one of the third person singulars like he, she, and it. He does, it does, he does or she does. Did if it is in the past form, and done if it is preceded by have, has, and had, as I told you. Doing if we're talking about continuous, and as such it is to be preceded by an auxiliary such as is or was. Okay, he is doing something, or they were, or he was doing something. In other words, doing that has the ing form is to be preceded by an auxiliary. They are used as helping verbs in order to form questions, negative, or used as main verbs. In other words, do, does, did, done, doing. We will notice that if I want to make a question, do is to be used. For example, they like apples. Do they like apple? So do is used in order to form a question. But if we're talking about he or she or it, he likes apples, in this form, in this way, we have to say, does he like apple, or does she like apple, or does it like milk, if we're talking about, for example, a cat. So does and do, as we have just noticed, are used in order to make questions in English. Okay. Did as well, if it is in the past. For example, if I say Ahmed ate an apple, did he eat an apple? Okay. We, they, you, or any plural for subjects do. This is what I have just said in general, but I've also written what I have said in order to make it as a reference for you to refer to. With he, she, it, or any singular subjects, does is used. With the plural or singular subjects, did in the past form, after have, has, had, done is used. And this is what I have just say in general. And here we have different questions as an exercise to what I have just said, if you please. I just want to make the first question. Sultan, his best to get full mark in the last homework. Last homework means we're talking about the past, and as such, did is the best answer. So I say Sultan did his best to get full mark in the last homework. In other words, words like last gives you an indicator that the past form of the verb is to be used. In this case, did is to be used. Here we have prepositions at, on, and in. As you can notice, at at used before clock, night. So I say at 7 o'clock, at 8 o'clock, or at night. On before days, I say on Friday, on Saturday, on Sunday, and so on and so forth. In before years and months, I say in 1973, for example. Months in May, morning, evening, and seasons. This chart also explains what I have just said. He goes to work 7 o'clock because I determined the time, so at is to be used, so he goes to work at 7 o'clock. Vocabulary, as I told you, this is very much important. For example, garage. The meaning of garage is a place to park your car. I want you to know the meaning in English. Customers means people who buy. If we have a store and we have some people who always go to that store and buy something from it, those people are called customers. What is the car? It is in the library. It's impossible to be in the library. The book, in the kitchen. Of course, the answer is C, in the garage. And we have other examples. Word and pronoun reference. For example, Ahmed and his sister are from Riyadh. They refers to whom? To Ahmed and his sister. You might be asked about they. They study English at university. She is older than him. She refers to whom? To Ahmed's sister. First of all, at the beginning, I mentioned Ahmed and his sister. But later in the text, I do not mention the names, but rather their pronouns, their references. For example, I must say, Khalid visited a big library. If I want to continue, I don't say Khalid liked that library. Instead, I will say he liked that library. He refers to Khalid in this context. Scanning and skimming. Where are Ahmed and his sister from? They are from Riyadh, as you can notice in the text that we have just read. Okay, I would like to thank you for this lecture. It is just a matter of explaining something about the vocabulary, about the prepositions, just to make it to make quick summary, and the meaning of some important words like the ones mentioned here, and then we talked about the three prepositions on, at, and in, and I gave you examples of how on is used, for example, with days like on Saturday, on Friday, on Sunday, and so on and so forth. But if we are talking about a specific time, we say at, so we say at 7 o'clock, at 8 o'clock, and we use in if we're talking about years, in 1990, for example, or if we're talking about months, so we say in January, in February, and so on and so forth. Again, I would like to remind you that all of my questions will be from what is written in the recorded lectures or from what I say in the lectures. So it would be so easy to get a good mark if just you understand what I write in the recorded lectures, on the slides, and what I say in the lectures. Thank you so much.